Black Nanny shocked to find blood on billionaire heiress's pajamas. Her truth stuns everyone. At 6:11 a.m., the Renford penthouse wakes like a machine switching on. Espresso grinds, vents whisper, someone in a crisp white jacket polishes glass that's already star clean. Below, the river is a long metal ribbon. Above, clouds laze like money with nowhere urgent to be. Amara Jones enters the nursery suite with the quiet competence of someone who has learned to be a lighthouse without expecting anyone to clap for it. She is 33, a black woman with warm brown skin, cropped coils under a head wrap patterned in indigo, and hands that know the weight of babies and the temperature of fevers. Her job title on paper is Nanny, but the staff call her Miss Amara because it feels less like a role and more like a weather pattern. Steady, carrying what you didn't know you'd need. She knocks twice, softly. "Morning, Miss Lila." No answer. She opens the door. Lila Renford, 11, heir to a surname that opens doors like magic words, sits curled on the edge of her bed, knees to chest, eyes wide as a winter window. Her pajama shorts are printed with little moons. A dark stain blooms on the blue cotton. Amara's breath catches. It is not the metallic panic she has learned to swallow when light falls wrong, or a child's cry is sharp. It's a softer shock. Blood where a girl did not expect it. "Mama," Lila whispers involuntary, the way kids call out to whoever feels like safety, even if that person is not here. Her mother is in Monaco, posting calcium-white smiles to a world that eats them like candy. Her father is 2 rooms away on a treadmill, angled to face a 90-inch television. Amara moves to the bed in 3 calm steps, kneels to Lila's level, and notices the child's hands shaking. "Hey, startling," she says, using the nickname Lila pretends to hate. "Put your feet on the rug and your hands in mine." Lila flinches. "Am I dying?" "No," Amara says, voice even as a heartbeat. "Your body is beginning a thing it's meant to do. It can be surprising. It can be annoying. It is not an emergency." Tears skid down Lila's cheeks. She looks at the stain like it has betrayed her, like it has told the world a secret she didn't know she was keeping. Amara has seen this before, in apartments with 3 locks and in houses where the front door is guarded by a man with an earpiece. She doesn't talk around it. "It looks like your first period, baby." Lila says nothing for a long 3 seconds. Then, in a whisper, "I thought that didn't happen until you were older." She does not say, "until you were someone else." "It happens when it happens," Amara says. "Sometimes it sends a memo. Sometimes it just shows up and expects you to know where the guest towels are." She squeezes Lila's cold fingers. "We'll take care of you. Right now we're going to breathe like we're blowing out birthday candles. Can you do that with me?" They breathe. The second breath is steadier. The third doesn't wobble at the end. From the hallway comes the click of quick heels. Sable Hart, stepmother, influencer, philanthropic chair, appears at the door with the force field of a woman who thinks rooms rearrange for her. She is all hard angles softened by money. "Why is she—" "Oh." Her eyes drop to the stain. Her hands flutter involuntarily toward the bedspread. "We have the literacy breakfast at 9. Lila, darling, let's—" Her voice lowers. "Deal with this, quietly." "We are dealing with it," Amara says, still soft, but the softness is granite under velvet. "We'll need a minute." Sable's gaze lands on Amara, sliding, assessing. "Do we need to call a doctor?" "We need warm water, a change of clothes, pads, and privacy," Amara says. "And someone to make sure Mr. Renford does not say the wrong thing to the wrong person in the next half hour." As if conjured by the observation, Damien Renford appears in doorway number 2, blinking, towel flung over broad shoulders, the kind of man who can juggle a hostile takeover before breakfast, but looks bewildered by a child's tears. "What's wrong?" He sees the pajamas, goes pale. What happened?" Amara stands smoothly, places her body like a guardrail between Lila and the family's confusion. Mr. Renford, your daughter's body is doing a normal, healthy thing. First period. She doesn't soften the word. She lets it exist in the air like any other thing people survive every day without press releases. Oh. Damien's mouth opens, closes. He produces a string of syllables that want to be sympathy and land closer to apology. I didn't. No one told me. He looks at Sable, then at the ceiling, as if someone from operations might rappel down with a manual. What do we do? We welcome her to the club and make pancakes, Amara says, because that is easier to accept than the truth she wants to deliver later. You can fetch the heating pad from the hall closet, top shelf behind the spare throw blankets. Right, yes, heating pad. Damien exits, grateful to be useful. Sable remains, frowning at the stain like it is a personal affront. This is early, she says. My audience is, we can't, the breakfast. We can do both, Amara says, not moving. But we will not do either in a way that shames this child. Sable's lips part, indignation, a retort, who knows, then press thin. She turns and leaves to call the stylist, because if she cannot control blood, she can at least control clothes. Amara turns back to Lila. Shower time, starling. Warm, not hot. I'm right outside the door. Lila nods. Will it hurt? She is trying to be brave and also trying to be 11. It might cramp, Amara says matter of fact. We'll put a warm pad on your belly. We'll drink peppermint tea. I'll show you how to use a pad and how to carry one like a secret agent if that makes you feel powerful. A watery laugh escapes Lila. Secret agent. Very glamorous, Amara says, and ushers her gently into the bathroom. While water begins to drum, Amara goes to the supply cabinet she started the week she was hired, the cabinet no one asked for and now couldn't to live without. She pulls a small zip pouch she made herself, pads, a spare pair of period underwear, wipes, a miniature bottle of ibuprofen, a folded note that says, in looping ink, you are not gross. You are not a problem. You are not alone. When Lila emerges wrapped in a towel, face pink, and eyes no longer glassy with fear, Amara sits her on a stool and shows her the how of it. Practical, respectful, no euphemisms that make bodies sound like machines you apologize for operating. Lila follows every instruction like it is choreography for not being afraid. By the time she dressed in soft leggings and a sweatshirt that doesn't make a press statement, Damien is back with a heating pad he has triumphantly plugged in the wrong way. Amara rescues the situation without smirking. Sable reappears with a rack of dresses that are wrong for every reason. White, tight, designed to be seen and not to live in. We'll save those for another day, Amara says, and Sable, surprisingly, does not argue. In the kitchen, the chef who once worked in a Michelin-starred temple of food stares at a bowl of batter as if it might explode. Pancakes? He asks Amara, a plea. Red velvet, Amara says, and the chef's shoulders drop in relief because he can do that blindfolded. It's a thing, she adds to Lila, conspiratorial. First morning, first red velvet. My mama called them red badge pancakes. A little corny, extremely delicious.